Hi, Michael Spurs here, and in this video I'm going to share some of the things I learnt while I was in about 4 years of self-isolation due to a health condition, even though it was more of a physical condition than a health condition, but it kept me very isolated from everyone and everything, stuck at home. So these three tips and things that I learnt will help you whenever you're being isolated and you just can't get out there and you just feel like you're on your own through a forced situation. So I'll just quickly give you a bit of a background what was happening for me so you get a bit of an idea. So back in 2010 I got an injury to my ears that left me with sensitivity to sound, which reduced my threshold to sound levels, and that improved to where I could go back to work. But then in 2013 it hit bad again, and basically I had to give up music, had to give up singing, had to give up a lot in my life. But I was still able to function and do bits and pieces and run my business, my coaching business and that. Then in 2014 everything started going downhill and got worse and worse, and I just had to give up my business, I had to give up a lot of things. Then in 2016 it got really bad where just absolutely everything just got wiped out altogether, and basically I lost probably 90% of my life the way it was. I couldn't sing, couldn't run a business, and basically for about 8 to 12 months in 2016 I was stuck in the house, and it was a very scary time. I was in the house avoiding sound, and even in the house I was wearing earmuffs and earplugs to avoid even just running water, because just my ears just couldn't take the noise at all. And like I said, it was very scary times. I didn't know what would happen. Everything I was reading online was all sort of like, this is it for life, you won't get over it, that's how it is going to be. So I was just learning to try and accept that. And fortunately I found a doctor who specialised in my condition, and he helped me slowly get back some normality to where I am now at the moment. So yeah, and basically what I'm saying about isolation is I had basically, like I said, I was stuck in the house. I couldn't get on the phone because that was noise again, like talking on the phone or Skype or whatever it was. Basically I was on my own and there wasn't much I could do, and not only was there not much I could do, I had to avoid the sound either of my neighbours or the noise in the environment. And if it got too noisy, even if I went outside I had to come back inside. There was a lot of stuff going on, that just fearful stuff. And then then I was thinking, then when I had the doctor's appointments, that was tough. Even just to get to my GP, which was my specialist, my ear specialist, was about 45-minute drive away. I was wearing earmuffs on the road, and just very. I don't even like thinking about it. But I just want to share these stories with you to help you through isolation, because I've got a bit of experience with it now, and it's been better the last 3 years or so. But when I have a flare up, I basically go into isolation again. Another 4 days to 2 weeks of isolation, getting away from sound, letting the ears calm down again. So it hasn't been a very pleasant period of my life. It's been tough to get through. And then to make matters worse, to compile onto that, in 2015 my eyes started playing up a bit with close work and close vision. Then in 2017, the end of 2017, they got really bad, where if I did any close work at all, even just looking at my phone, not reading, just looking at it, I'd get dizzy. And depending how much I'd do it, I could stay dizzy for days and not be able to do absolutely anything except stare out the window and maybe listen to audios on very low volume, maybe watch some TV with a very low volume from a distance, from far away as I could from the TV, which I don't like watching TV, it just bores me. And so I couldn't do all my learnings, my reading, anything, and I was pretty bored. And like I said, all I could do was stare out the window, listen to audios very low, and try and find something to do. So now, while it's not total isolation, like it is at the moment with the coronavirus pandemic, it was like in and out of socialisation for me with the flare-ups. So I still have to be careful what I do. It's not like I'm over it and everything. It's going to still take time if I can get over it. But I've made steps to get to where I am now, which is a bit more freedom in that, until the pandemic came along, and now I'm socially isolated again because of that. So what are these 3 things that I learnt that helped me keep my mind and emotions balanced through this whole period? Because when I first got this, it was terrifying to say the least, because I didn't know where I was going to go, I didn't know what was going to happen and everything else. So the first advice my mother gave me, because I'd just be thinking of the future and like, what if this happens, what if that happens, the what ifs came up, okay? So the advice that she gave me was just take, and this is the first tip, just take each day as it comes. Take it day by day. Face one day at a time. So step by step, we're taking a day at a time, step by step, and just face the challenges of that day only and not focus too far into the future. Now obviously I had to plan for when I had a doctor's appointment coming up or whatever, I had to plan to get away from noise and just in case I had a flare up. So I just sort of pull back from everything and just be careful. So you still have to plan a bit, but day by day, meaning we're just focusing on the day. What can we enjoy that day? What can we focus on, and the challenges, how can we overcome what we've got to face that day only, rather than try to take it into overwhelm and try and face your whole life ahead of you. So you're just facing on one day at a time. And step by step, like I said, it's been 4 years now. It's been pretty bad. And it's day by day, I've been improving. And I get a setback, but I know I'm going to improve again. Setback is just a step along the journey. Okay, so now we'll get into tip number 2. And this one's pretty important if you can get your head around this one. Basically, focus on what you can do. Okay, what you can do. When this started, like I said, I went into overwhelm. I was scared, and all I was focusing on was I lost 90% of my life. I lost everything I loved. Operating heavy machinery, power tools, you name it. I pretty much lost everything. Like I said, even just running water in the house, music. It was basically silence everywhere. So all I could do was focus on what I can do. Even if that was just to go outside and weed the garden, walk on the grass. Like I said, stare out the window and just enjoy the scenery. Watch the birds and get to enjoy the nature, just watching it from my window, just watching the birds and how they act, and they go around and feeding each other, the worms, and pecking around the grass and that. And I actually found that one of them bird comes around every day, and she'd come every morning and every night to come visit. So I got to, otherwise I would never have realised. So you get to learn these little things, and you focus on what you can do. So what can you do? You can focus, like the other things I was focusing on was, if I can make a comeback with my coaching business, how would I do it? What would I do? And I started learning the audios. I started listening to low-level audios on marketing and even coaching and mindset and all these things. And all these things I'd implemented over the years with the mindset and the coaching was what really helped me get through. So it might be an opportunity for you to go in within yourself and start looking at, how can I improve my mindset for my business or my life or my relationships or anything that you need help with. Now's a great time to go in and study, because there's so much information there online and books. There's so much information there you can learn and become a better person from. Okay, so now the third thing that I learned and what I used a lot was, my third tip for you is, what are the benefits of this? Okay, so rather than thinking about all the things I lost and all the drawbacks and everything that not going well, how is this a benefit to my life? Okay, and just quickly, some of those things I thought of, well, I get to go deeper. There's silence now, as in, I can't be around so many people, so I get to stay in my own thoughts and realise what's this self-talk that comes up that's negative, and I can work on that. I get to go deeper within myself and find my internal strength, because of all the fear and the panic on the outside, like what am I going to do, how am I going to handle this? So all the fear and the panic and the anxiety setting in. So I had to learn to go deeper and find that strength within me, rather than looking for it externally from other people or distracting myself with things that I would have done in the past, like maybe singing or going for a drive even, just to clear my head, or even a walk. So I had to focus on the benefits. Okay, so the benefits, I'm going deeper within. And there are other benefits, I can't think of them at the moment, but I made a list back then, and I just focused every day whenever I was feeling down, okay, what's the benefit of this? And a step above that was, what can I be grateful for? So it's nice to say I can be grateful for, a nice warm bed, a roof over my head, all these sorts of things. But I went even deeper and I said, what can I be grateful for about in this situation? Which is even more powerful, because you're facing the situation, you're balancing out your perspective again, rather than thinking everything's bad and doom and gloom. You're balancing it back out. Okay, there are things to be grateful for in this. Again, like I said, now I'm more emotionally resilient. I've got more compassion for those with chronic illnesses, because I've been through something similar and I know what the isolation's like now. And now I'm looking at the benefit. Well, we're going through this coronavirus situation with the isolation and social distancing and that. I look at that and go, well, I've got experience and I can help people with what I went through now. So I can see a lot of people starting to panic and they're getting really bored and that, they don't know what to do. Well, basically now's an opportunity. Life's giving you an opportunity. Everything's quietening down. Nature's getting a chance to recover a bit. The world's getting a chance to recover a bit. And if you're wise, you look at the opportunity in this to look at how you can move forward when things clear up, rather than just avoiding everything and just distracting yourself on social media, on TV. Now's the opportunity to really look, okay, how can I improve my life for the future? Because that's what I've been doing. How can I improve things when I can get over this? So it's all about focusing on one day at a time, focusing on what you can do, and focusing on the benefits and what you can be grateful for in this. Again, the power of your focus is essential. That's the most important key concept, where you focus on. Because where you focus on, whatever you focus on, that's what comes into your awareness, and that's how you're gonna feel, basically. Okay, so it's been a longer video. I hope you found this useful. If you've got any comments or questions, leave them below or send me a message and I'll see if I can help you out some more. And we'll leave this one here and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, you have a great day.